Ahoy and welcome everybody. Welcome to Horizon's Call. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign all the way up to Season 6, Episode 6. There's 6 of us, and we're dealing with the devil today. Couldn't have planned it better. Not that I planned it at all. I'm Derek Sword, you see him pronouns. I am your GM for this game, your game master, and your GC, your guiding compass, as this intrepid crew navigates the treacherous seas of the oceanic world of Damaris and beyond. And yeah, I'm joined as always by these very lovely people who play those characters. I want to have them say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. But before that, I want to do some channel stuff real quick. First of all, this is a Sword and Key game. You can find all of Sword and Key's stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can see all of our links in one neat, nice place. There's our socials, BlueSky and Instagram. You can hang out on our Discord, talk to cool people like us about cool games like this and more. You can also see some of our wonderful affiliates. We also have some codes for those affiliates. If you're looking for minis, check out Eldritch Foundry. They have great custom minis. You can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase, or if you're doing 3D printing, use our affiliate link. Gets you a 3-month subscription for only $19.99, unlimited STL files. If you are shopping for dice, look no further than Long Dog Dice. You can find your perfect dice set there. Jenn, the incredible Jenn, makes your perfect dice set. And you can actually get official Horizons Call dice, which Jenn has been incredible enough to make. Each of these characters have their own dice sets as well, which you can pre-order, or you can pre-order the standard Horizons Call set, which are a beautiful vibrant shade of blue with little flakes of copper inside. They're pretty great. They also have the Sword and Key logo as an option on the D6. You can use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase there. Also, not just dice now, but also some clothing items if you're looking to get a long-sleeved piece of clothing with your D&D character's name and stats on it. Those are also available at Long Dog Dice. If you are shopping with Hit Point Press, the makers of Humblewood and Islands of Sina Una, and the animated spell cards, and Fablemaker's deck, and just tons and tons more, we have an affiliate link with them. They've been absolutely fantastic. Definitely check them out and treat yourself to one of their many, 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 many amazing TTRPG-related products. If you are looking for your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea, gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest. We have an affiliate link that I'm going to borrow from a friend. Use code TheLadyDame for 10% off your purchase. And I highly recommend the official Sword and Tea, which is a wonderful black tea that is perfect year-round. And you can have it, iced or hot with milk, with cream, or just as is. It's pretty great. Another thing we're not an affiliate with, but I am just going to shout them out because we've kind of done some stuff with them on the channel. But Broken Door Entertainment, friend of the channel, Josh Simons, is with Broken Door Entertainment. Currently has a Kickstarter out for Paragons. I know there are a handful of superhero TTRPGs out there, and I know there are a lot of really strong feelings about all of them and how they all play and which one is actually good and which one you can actually do something with. Paragons is, honestly, I've played just a handful of superhero TTRPGs, but Paragons is hands down one of the best. Definitely check it out. Check out the Kickstarter. It's for a starter set, and do yourself a favor and play your ideal superhero. It's actually one of the more better balanced superhero TTRPGs that I've seen, and it was really fun to play. We actually had at least one session of it, maybe more than that were on the channel, so you can always check out our backlog on YouTube and catch that one. I believe I played a pangolin superhero where I really tried to break the limits of like how defensive a character could be. Still super fun, even like metagaming the hell out of the game. So with that in mind, and we were supposed to break the game, just throw that out there. That is the main stuff for Sword. I should say, Horizons Call also does play in support of Feeding America. You can donate at any time to Feeding America, put some wind in our sails with some incentives. Sword and Key does raise money for a number of philanthropies at any time. You can find all of those links also on beacons.ai/Sword and Key, or you can find the link to donate on socials or in chat. Now, all that said, I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves. Mare, you don't mind starting us out?
Hi, I'm Mare. You can find me on all applicable social media at Archmage of Dice. Don't know why I'm going into my ending spiel. I play Acacia, who is your centaur soul knife. Nope. Your
Not anymore?
centaur star druid who is not ready. That's it.
We've been playing this game long enough. Y'all have changed characters around. It's okay to mess up every now and then.
I just
I
came from a previous session
Yeah, you've been
too.
to something literally all day. It'll be like almost 7 straight hours for you.
Yeah.
Next up is Eva.
Oh, that's me. I wasn't ready either. Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I'm playing Winnie, also she, who is a sea elf, alchemical artificer, joined by her little homunculus, little Jeffrey, who is and always will be classless, but is helpful.
Classless, but always classy, especially when he wears his little tuxedo. Yep. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Mikyl. He, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus. He, him pronouns also. Your Triton Battle Master Fighter. I actually had to write it down, so it's right there.
I was gonna say, speaking of remembering changes. Yeah, come on, Jenn. You got to change your class one of these days. All the cool kids are doing it.
You and I talked about this.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it.
I know that's really asking for it there. But it's not your turn yet, Kaila.
Hi, hello, my name is Kaila, she, her pronouns. I play your Siren Storm Sorcerer Scarlett Shores, who is not changing her class anytime soon.
Say that. All right, Jenn, what are you changing your class to?
I was really feeling like a ranger felt really good
Yeah?
for...
I think that's the first time anybody said, like, oh, a ranger feels really good. I
Do
really
it.
want to play,
Yeah.
I really want to play a
Do it.
5e
Never heard
ranger.
that. Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah. Especially a ranger on a boat. That's going to be real good and useful. Anyways.
Yeah.
Hi.
Favorite terrain, water.
That actually could I do... Never mind.
Yeah,
This is
actually,
again.
that is a thing. It absolutely is a thing, but please.
This is so terrible. That's the backup character when Kallista dies while we're in the Nalos. Hey, I'm Jenn. I'm playing Kallista. We're both she, her pronouns. And I'm playing a Tiefling Tempest Cleric. She's been a Tiefling Tempest Cleric since I first created her literally 8 years ago in the first campaign I played her in, so I don't think a change is coming, but who knows, weirder things have happened.
I mean, when you pray to a goddess of change, that's, yeah, there's got to be, like, oceanic rangers out there. I think the biggest hindrance is, like, it's really hard to fire arrows under the water. That's, really does.
With that attitude, yeah.
Yeah.
I
With that attitude of physics, sure.
I think one of Winnie's moms is designed as a ranger.
Yeah,
See, there
absolutely.
you go.
And not a PC.
Nope.
Important distinction. Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I do want to extend a special thank you, first of all, to Kaila and Mare and Eva for often doing production work around here. Special thank you to Eva for doing the production work for this game in particular. Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on screen, as well as in all of our promotional materials. And special thank you to Jenn for the incredible dice sets that we have. This is Horizons Call. I believe we have a recap prepared by Jenn this week.
Yes.
So, Jenn, the floor is yours.
Great. Okay, I remembered this. Yes. So last time we picked up with having a meeting to discuss how to actually approach the Nalos, both in the literal and metaphorical senses. To try to keep the ships from getting attacked, we decided that we would just kind of sail to the outskirts of the Nalos territory and then dive down as a small group looking for an entrance to the sprawling black mithril mines that are supposed to be around the edges there. And the ships were going to head off to Neshra to dock and wait for word on, whether we died or they should come get us or whatever. Kept talking about what to do when we actually get there, and the hope is to be able to convince some of the Nalos the truth of what's going on before we actually deal with Paimon. And we spent one of our precious boons to I know a guy this a little bit to try to get us some help. So Proximus contacted Nivea, someone from his night days. Oh my god, that was terrible. Back with the Nalos to ask for help. We have a plan for where we're going to meet them and when we're going to meet them, and then had a few more days to kind of prepare some of that stuff. Kallista gave Proximus a new ring after the ones that they had for the warding bond had crumbled, and healed his I'm a heretic scar from his face. So that would be a little bit less of a billboard advertising how much of a problem we're about to be. And then she also had a conversation with Anders about how he ended up trapped in the soul coin. Proximus picked up a scimitar from the ship's stash, did some training with Connery, where one of my favorite moves ever has happened, and he asked Connery for some dating advice. Acacia had some small talk with Kallista that turned into a conversation about motivations for the places that we are choosing to be and have chosen to be, and what that might look like going forward. Whitty started writing dirty limericks and tucking them into bottles and just chucking them off the edge of the ship into the ocean, as one does. When she noticed a Triton come up to the surface watching us, grabbed one of the limericks and disappeared. She let everybody know that we had been spotted, and we pretty much immediately jumped in to start our dive with a quick break for Winnie to drink the Chaos Tonic, because of course. And now she's got a whole slew of things going on. So that's fun and great. We swam for a good long while, chatted with some dragonfish along the way, and wrapped up with us eventually finding an entrance to one of those mine shafts, where everything's going to be so fine.
Okay, well, that last one's a little... Not sure that was necessarily established last time, but otherwise, great job.
I feel like I remember you saying everything was going to be okay, so...
Oh, I lied.
I take Jen's word for it.
Okay. Well, if we're all taking Jen's word for it, I'm sure everything's going to be fine. There, I said it again. Fantastic. Yeah, let's do this. So, actually, before we start, because I know it's kind of being mentioned in chat, Winnie, do you have a limerick? Do you know what limerick like the Tritons made off with, or maybe like one they didn't? Let's go with that.
You don't.
It's okay
want me,
if not.
You don't want me to specify. You want me to save that one in my back pocket for later. The one that they have.
I would like the one that they have saved for later. Yeah, please. Do you have another one?
I do.
Okay. Would you like to share a limerick before we get started, just to really set the tone?
I will say that this was a collective effort. I'm not reading one of the ones I have come up with. Credit where this one's due. So one of the ones that they did not make off with, that I know of, this one did end up in the water, but it is not the one that was caught, is for Scarlett, love was a dream, but Marcus was on the wrong team. Some pussies he saved and proved he was brave. Now the two often make steam. So if you weren't here, he saved a bunch of Flittons.
I was really proud of that one, actually.
Is there one for like everyone?
That
on
was
the
really
crew?
good. That was really
Yeah.
good.
There's one for every party member. Not the whole crew yet.
Yet. Oh my god, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, even
They're not all dirty. They're not all dirty, to be clear.
they're not all like they're not all dirty. Eva was wonderful enough to drive as we went into Seattle yesterday, and I hyperfixated and wrote a bunch of limericks because that's how my brain breaks.
Dean's just gonna be so proud.
That's what the neurodivergent brain wants, and that's what it gets.
Oh yeah, no, that and interstitials of Pokemon, I was full of the tism. So you all stand in the depths of the mid-seas, one of the deepest parts of the ocean that you all have ever ventured to. There is no semblance of light here. Any ghost of light has long since faded as you have plunged deeper and deeper into the abyss. Not abyss with a capital A, important distinction. You stand, dark vision allowing you to see ever so dimly the opening to a mine shaft. Carved into the natural sandstone and sediment of the ocean floor itself, there's a little bit of life around these deep sea corals and plant life that seems to subsist without any form of sunlight granting it any sort of nutrients. It's the pressure of the situation and the pressure of the ocean itself, nearly synonymous with how far you've come, with the depths that you are willing to reach. And as you look into the mine shaft, you realize that you must go ever further downward. Before taking another dive in, after you've come so far already, anything you wanted to do before going into the mines here?
I have something.
Please. Yeah.
I think as we're kind of staring at this, Kallista wants to like reach out and kind of just grab Proximus's arm for a minute and just be like, I actually think you should have this for the next little bit. And she's gonna, from underneath her cloak, unclip something from the back of her belt. And she's gonna hold out something that at the very least Proximus would recognize, because apparently they had a "no, you should take it" conversation as they were leaving Paymon's vault. This is the item that she took from that adventure in Dis. It's a black gemstone that has been kind of carved into the shape of a bird skull and has a couple red-orange feathers hanging off of it. For everyone else, so this was the item Death Shadow. This is what made it so Kallista did not get thoroughly destroyed in the fight. This is where all of that came from. As she's gonna hold it out to him.
You know, you really have to stop giving me things.
Well,
There's... I feel like, well, we could talk about it later, but thank you.
yeah. You don't have to keep it long term. If we all get separated, there's nothing else I can do.
Everything will be all right.
Deception check.
Yeah, I mean...
No.
It's...
Hey, you know what? You believe it's true.
I don't.
That's all. Great.
Beautiful, amazing.
Great.
Wow, that's
It's okay. Nobody believes you anyway. Believes me
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
Yeah.
Anyways, it does require attunement, so get working on that. And I'll send you the info here in a second.
Yeah.
While they're having that conversation, Acacia is staring at the, I'm assuming small, not size category small, cramped entrance of the mine shaft.
Yeah, I mean, when I think mine shaft, I'm thinking something big enough to get a mine cart in and out of. So that I often do think like large enough to bring a mule into, maybe a little small for a centaur. And obviously there's no like Triton mules or anything like that, but they're not just like, going down a tube that's just wide enough for themselves. Probably a little cramped for a centaur. I will grant you that.
And Acacia's gonna wild shape into an octopus and just reach out to whoever is closest to her.
Winnie was probably coming up to comfort her anyway, so Winnie will just hold out an arm. And if Acacia wants to grab onto like the Jeffrey Baby Bjorn
Yes.
situation.
You get multiple arms around multiple areas of your body.
Valid.
Yeah, just for a moment, the dolphin you summon looks at you like, you food? But determines that you are actually someone that it should listen to, even in octopus form. I did just look up. Dolphins absolutely do eat octopuses. Just had to double check. Okay, so with a slightly smaller Acacia, then with a gift given to Proximus, the mine shaft awaits. Probably again wide enough for you to walk, or I guess swim, two at a time. So if you are going in, I would like to know the order, please.
Kallista,
In the middle, per usual.
yeah,
I would say
Kallista-
Proximus is probably going in first, since this is...
Kallista is staying close to Proximus and in theory Dominara, unless she's going to take up the rear, just knowing that they're the ones most likely to draw the attention in an ambush situation. So she wants to be where she can try to protect either one of them.
Winnie will probably join in the middle. At Acacia probably is on either end, either.
At least not well like this.
And unless otherwise noted, unless someone says we need light, like little Jeffrey is keeping dark.
Oh. I do have Mind Link up.
Mhm.
And where's Dominara in this?
Well, if Kallista is going to be swimming closer to the front with Proximus Dominaire, we'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good call.
just to make sure there is a middle, because I think at that point, it would like Kallista would technically be the middle, and then Winnie and Scarlett and technically Acacia would be the tail at that point. So to give a proper middle, it'll be Proximus staggered slightly with Kallista, then Winnie and Scarlett, and Acacia as an octopus, and then Dominaire bringing up the rear. Okay. Into the mines you swim. It is a darkness that you all have never really seen before. Even in the Shadowfell, in the blackness of the oceans there was still this ambient green sickly light that emanated through everything. It almost like the particles in the water, the plankton, if that's even what they were, seemed to give off some sort of green bioluminescence. But in these mines, and Proximus, you would know this better than most. The stone is so black. The black mithril itself, being formed here in this specialized part of the world, almost absorbs light in a way. It doesn't reflect it. It doesn't refract it. It creates this isolating sort of, even as you move through the water, deafening in a way, this isolation chamber sort of sensation. You recall when you were younger, working in the mines, as many young Nalos do, that even when there was another Triton who was 20 feet, 30 feet from you, it felt like you were worlds away. It was so quiet. It was so still. And the pressure presses in on all of you. For Proximus, maybe it's comforting in a way. That coldness, the chill of the depths, the intense pressure on your chitinous exterior. For the rest of you, it's compressing. It's restricting in a certain way. Not necessarily mechanically, not at this point, but you find yourselves moving through the water with slightly more effort having to be put in just to propel yourselves. And especially for someone like Winnie, where you are used to the water, but used to, living closer to the surface. This is definitely a much different sensation. The mines can be treacherous. These are abandoned. You don't see any Tritons around here, and you don't see any recent activity. And even though what you can see is dim, which is hard to determine, a lot around you, you don't see that there are tools laying about. You don't see any signs of recent activity. And it isn't long before you get to your first divergence in the path. It branches out, this opening in the mine shaft itself, which seems to have 5 separate paths. Proximus, at this point, between you and Dominara, if you would like to do a history check, or we could do survival. Those are the two I'll give you if you would like to. You're trying to make your way to the plesiosaur pen to find Nivea. Chances are you'll probably be able to find your way there. How quickly, what you encounter along the way, will be up to this roll. So if you'd like to roll either survival or history with advantage, please.
Take survival since I have a +1 and not a -1. Ooh, 18, 19.
Great.
Thank you for the advantage.
Hey, anytime. Not literally.
No.
Hey, sometimes. Looking at this fan-like spread of these 5 different paths, there's no cart tracks. There's no mine carts that are coming down this way. Everything was being, you would know that everybody would swim in, and because of the low gravity, sort of the ability to kind of move through the water, people would carry out things. The Nalos would carry out things in these large bags that they would have strapped to themselves, or they would maybe use sleds to pull things out through the sediment. But there was no wheels, no tracks. Very rarely would they use beast of burden. Every now and then they might use an eelhound or maybe one of the smaller plesiosaurs to haul out larger payloads. But otherwise, It was all done by hand and by personal effort. And so as you look down, you're looking for tracks, disturbances in the sediment. You're looking for signs of perhaps recent activity. And tracking through these 5 pathways, you can see one that is giving off just a little bit very distant light. It catches your eye almost immediately. But it also tells you that there is maybe activity further down that path. Again, not a lot of sound is being transferred down here, even though sound does carry better through water. It seems like in this area that is dampened significantly. Several of the other paths are darkened, and yet the path to your 1 o'clock, you see certain patterns in the sediment. Not indicative of the webbed toes of tritons, not indicative of the movement of individuals, but you see the very clear distinction of a flipper mark, and you notice that the path is just a little bit wider. And if you're heading towards the plesiosaur pens, I'll go where the plesiosaurs go. And so your gut tells you that not straight ahead, just off to the right, your 1 o'clock is the path to take.
Take the plesiosaur path.
Okay. Anything anybody is doing while traveling? Just want to establish that now.
Nothing productive.
Okay.
Just trying to quiet.
Okay. That's actually a good point. Why don't we roll a group stealth check?
Sorry.
I don't need to roll ? Since I'm on Winnie.
Yeah, I'll give everybody advantage on this.
Okay.
I think that they were still looking for any sort of noise at all. And don't make me look up what noises octopuses make. Let's do group stealth. Everybody can have advantage because of the area that you're in. But we'll just do a group thing for this.
19.
19 also. Winnie and I are.
I
friends.
Googled
21.
it for you, Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Okay. I
Nice.
have to imagine it's still just like, I don't know, when he's wearing metal, maybe the octopus is gonna, pull up something. I don't know.
They might make some incidental sounds from jets of water, but octopuses are stealthy creatures who don't have any
Okay.
cries or calls.
Fair enough.
Apparently, we don't have ears.
Okay. Well,
Good to know.
all right.
Interesting.
All right. 2 19s. What else we got?
21.
Good.
12. Which, not bad for me.
It's not below 10.
Double digits.
I mean, we
And
have
then-
to have an average, right? So it's
can
all
I-
good.
It's all averaged. And then what about Acacia?
Oh, right, that's right. I do technically have a stealth check.
Yeah.
A stealth
We can
bonus,
kind
I mean.
of, if nothing else, we can kind of for the dolphin
Yeah.
as well.
I got a 10.
Okay. All right. And 81 in total. We're gonna divide
wait.
that by.
I have
Yep.
advantage because I have hit on made for stealth advantage on checks made underwater. 23. There we go.
All right. So 94 divided by 5. So that's an average. We'll round up to 19. 19 stealth checks, pretty great. Okay. So moving pretty quietly then through this murk, through this silence of that's provided to you by the mines themselves, by the stone around you, and the veins of black mithril that run through. The cold down here is not to be ignored. It's not icy. It's not necessarily cold enough for that, or maybe it's too cold for it. It's honestly hard to tell. Would ice crystals form if provided the right, environment? Is this the right environment for them? You're not really sure. But that darkness seems to lend even more to that chill. And headed down the plesiosaur path, you continue along. Let's see, passive perceptions. Hard to see in this area, but those of you, everybody at this point with the passive perception, would see that there start to become markings along the walls. Um, these aren't the carvings of pickaxes or mining tools. You begin to see graffiti of sorts. There are names, there are pictographs, sometimes just little idle carvings into it. Sometimes they've carved something a little more significant. You can see that they're shapes almost like stick figures of plesiosaurs and tritons, symbols of the trident itself. Nothing necessarily that would give you anything nefarious, nothing that would trigger anything like thieves' cant. There's no thieves guilds down here. It's hard to tell time as you're moving through, further and further through the water. But it isn't, or is, maybe. Maybe it's a long time, maybe it's only minutes, maybe it's hours. Proximus leading this group, you would see that there is light ahead, this dim but luminescent blue emanation. The mine has kind of taken a U shape where you've gone down and then back up, and as you're looking up this pathway, the light is shining above. Anything you would like to do? Or are you just continuing on?
Kallista's just trying not to hyperventilate and have a breakdown, so she is just so focused on where Proximus is swimming. I don't know if she's actually noticed any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to see what Proximus, like... We need to keeping not using Proximus and Dominaria as, like, canaries, as it were. Like, when they start to get stressed
Yes.
or confused or pass out or whatever, like, then Winnie will... but otherwise...
Yeah, at some point, Proximus would have tried to cast what was it? Let me look at my other I have to look at my other character sheet because it was something that I had before.
While he's looking that up, Kallista, how apparent is it that you're trying to keep yourself from hyperventilating?
I feel like, especially because she's towards the front, I would think, like, I like to think she is relatively successfully keeping the panic on the inside.
Mm.
I think, if anything, depending on exactly where the lines are, Anders might be the most aware that she's trying not to have a fucking meltdown.
Beautiful. Amazing.
But I don't think anybody from behind would be able to tell. Depends on if Proximus, like, how focused he is on the path versus if he, like, checks on her at some point. But I think she's just swimming, and most of the spiraling is happening in her head.
We will suffer in silence separately. Beautiful. Let's go.
Yeah, he would have attempted to do divine sight. Obviously, nothing happens, but I think he would mainly try to hide that from everyone. I do want to check the source of light. You said light was...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so traveling along this path, like I said, you kind of come to like a U shape where it's dipped down and it's kind of dipping back up. And, you're just swimming. You don't necessarily have to worry about the strain of having to go up this elevation, but you can see that there is light coming from what is essentially above. At this gradient, the shaft leads upwards, and that there is a blue light glowing almost downwards at all of you. If we were to look at Proximus, there would be a blue glow about his face, with Kallista only dimly lit behind him.
Okay. Um, yeah, I would go to the surface just really slowly to um just peek my head up. If the water is it a surface?
Yeah. So as you swim up, you begin to see it's not an unfamiliar light. You would recognize the color of blue. It strikes your memory. It's one of the forms of illumination that the Nalos use at these depths. It is a natural form of light. It's formed by one of the corals down here that creates a sort of bioluminescence. Blue light itself, very rare in nature, and yet at these depths, strange things occur. And so as you get closer and closer, you realize that this is some sort of chamber that you are rising into. And as you poke your head above the water, you can see that there is uh, a little bit of rock that will separate you from a much larger pool. And this is a cavern. It is somewhat vaulted in its formation, not fully natural. Some of it is carved. You can see that there is some of the coral which has been intentionally placed to illuminate this space, again, with that blue light, which both makes it easier to see and also makes the shadows strange and twisting as they blend in with the black and the blue seem to meld together. But you look out beyond this almost retaining wall that you've swum up to, and you can see all throughout this massive cavern, along these stone platforms that have been carved out, are plesiosaurs, dozens of them. Some of them are swimming about. Some of them are with their harnesses tied up to parts of the rock anchored there. You can see their nostrils flaring in the water. You can see their flippers kicking about ever and ever. And you look out to see a plesiosaur pen, perhaps the plesiosaur pen that Nivea meant to meet you at.
But I don't see anyone around.
Not immediately. No.
Mhm.
Do you want to give me a perception check?
Sure. Yeah. Ooh, a natural 20.
Very nice.
Shit. I don't want to waste them now, though. Yeah, 25.
Okay. Great job. Um, Looking around, you can see that there are just about 30, maybe you count again, you see two more surface, 32 plesiosaurs in here. And that's judging by the heads that you can see, many of them, swimming elongated, poking out. You don't see any people. Again, pretty well lit enough. We can call this dim light, so your dark vision allows you to see this as if it were bright light. I think the only thing that might catch your eye as a person, but you instantly realize isn't, is there is a relief carved into the stone on one of the platforms, kind of back off of the platform just a bit, and flanked by illuminated coral of the stone relief of Eula. Outstretched hands in her robes. Some sort of dedication to her in this place where Nalos Calvary might be.
Intrusive thought to destroy this, but we'll wait. I'll climb out of the water and uh, kind of scout around.
Yeah. We can continue with the perception check. So you can see that there are two pathways that lead out at the far end of this chamber. One actually has steps, which leads upwards, and the other one seems to lead downwards. Steps probably not the one for the plesiosaurs, but you never know. So the other one probably meant for, and much wider, actually wide enough to allow for two plesiosaurs to travel side by side through it. The steps with the hallway wide enough for about two people to walk side by side.
Still all. Are we in a mind link?
Yes, that
Okay.
was established. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let everybody know that the coast is clear.
Go up and join.
But you
if it-
don't let us know about the Eula jump scare.
Sure. Yeah. The coast is clear. This is not Eula. That's what you hear in the mind light. Don't worry, Eula's not here. It's not really her.
Kallista will follow and join up there.
Okay. Anybody hanging back or doing anything besides going into the chamber?
Acacia will go and follow Winnie into the chamber, but if there's like a shallow thing of water, maybe hang out there because I can only hold my breath out of water for 30 minutes.
Yeah, there's plenty of water around here. The larger like tank, if you want to think of it that way, the larger pool has all of the plesiosaurs in it, but there again is like a little retaining wall for the tunnel that you all just came out of. And so that is actually where your dolphin just kind of pokes its head out, gets a big deep breath, and then looks around at all the plesiosaurs and just kind of shakes its head.
Reminder, everybody. We established this in chat earlier, but dolphins are assholes.
Dolphins are assholes.
They do a
If
lot
you
of
want,
terrible
I could
things.
fill my. How big of an octopus are you? You can get all squidged up in there. I could just fill my helmet with the helm of comprehension with water, and you can hang out in there.
If Winnie starts to do that, I'll wordlessly get in the helmet.
So now, does that mean you're wearing it? Do you comprehend? Is that an attunement thing?
No,
No.
it's not an attunement.
So the octopus can all of a sudden comprehend every language? Is that what we've established?
Let me
here
let
real
me
quick?
double check. I'm 99% sure
That's so funny.
it is something that does not fit. You can cast comprehend language.
I see. Okay.
Which I don't think I can because I think it requires somatic and verbal components.
All right.
Yes, verbal, static, and anyway.
Okay. Well, you all are in this chamber now. The relief of Eula stands there, smiling, unblinking, completely stone, no signs of life. The plesiosaurs move about so there is that soft movement through water down here in the depths that in any other scenario might echo out, especially in a chamber like this. But again, the noise of it is muffled, it's dampened. And so everything just feels closer in here. But all the plesiosaurs seem to be minding their own business. Um, you know that Nivea said that this is the place to meet, but there is no sign of Nivea just yet. Again, hard to tell with time. Nivea said to meet in so many days' time. I believe it was 5 days' time. Maybe you're early. Maybe you're late.
Mhm.
Do you
Do
want
you
to
try?
want to wait?
Should you try sending ascending again, Proximus?
I can, yes. Um, we this let's okay. This is Proximus. We are here. Should we wait for you? Or keep going without?
Proximus, you are earlier than I anticipated. I will be there as soon as I can. Stay hidden. I will clap 3 times before I enter.
She gets a thumbs up emoji
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
as a return. Yep.
She sends an upside down smiley face.
She's so real for that.
Why does he end all of his messages with a period? It's very passive aggressive.
Are you mad at me?
Okay. So what's the plan? Nuvia has said wait, that she'll be there as soon as she can, but stay hidden. You, as far as you can tell, have a moment of quiet in this plesiosaur pen. What would you all like to do?
Can I carve on the Eula relief?
Little
Yeah, dude.
Jeffrey's already over there with one of his crayons, like about to do a mustache, and thinks that you're gonna like pull him away. It's this like real guilty look on his little shark
You can
face.
do the mustache.
I was gonna do a handlebar.
That one? Okay.
Do you think goatee?
Maybe goatee and double horns, yeah.
Scarlett,
Feels
do
a
you
bit
really
on the
think-
nose for what we're doing right now, but I like your style.
Do you really think that's a good idea?
I don't have good ideas. Sorry, you weren't talking to me.
You're a little off the hook, Jeffrey.
Yay, that's a good thing for a shark.
Like, I get it. But if we're going to try to be hidden, and the idea is that everyone here is still very much on the Eula train, maybe not tipping them off that someone's starting to not be that way.
But it also does put the thought of doubt in their heads that someone is turning, when in reality it's not an inside job.
Sure, yep. Have
I'll
fun.
let LG do his drawings and then cast prestidigitation.
What would you like your prestidigitation to be?
Just cleaning the crown off.
Okay. I like it. Art is ephemeral. Really has a statement.
What is the relief's expression?
It is maternal in a very saccharine, passive-aggressive sort of way. It's that smile that she used to do when she was about to kill someone, but seen through the lens of someone who revered her. It's just like they've softened all of the features. You know, she never smized. You know, she never smiled with her eyes. She always had that look of like a predator looking at prey. This relief doesn't have that. They didn't get everything right. You've seen her face so many times. It's religious. And because of that, it's sterilized in a way. It's meant to be something that's revered, not something that is indicative of the honesty of what Eula was.
It's what she was seen as.
Mm-hmm. Can I, with a dagger, deepen some of the features where it takes that softness out in a more subtle way?
Yeah. Let's call this sleight of hand. I could also call it performance if you have anything in that, since you are doing a type of art.
My performance is higher. Dirty 20.
Yeah. there's something that cathartically transfers through. To anyone who's ever seen Eula, yours is a much more accurate interpretation of her face. To anyone that might be more familiar with this statue, why would you make her look so ugly? There's something so cold about her expression now. There's something so insidious about it. But at the end of it all, to your recollection, it is accurate. You're gonna have a few hours pass.
Can I um cast scrying for my Eye of True Seeing?
Absolutely. What would you like to scry on?
Nivea.
Okay. Let's see.
I want to ensure that she's coming alone.
Yeah. Let's see here. Scry.
It's a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw, and I would say that I have extensive knowledge of her, which
I would
is a
agree with that.
-5.
Okay. So let's see. In that case, she would need. How does that work? Does that make it a 12? Because she's trying to resist it. So I guess that would make it a 23. Not that she necessarily is resisting it, but I'm just thinking about how that kind of works. Okay, well, we could say that she'll need to be a Wisdom 23. She has a +2 to Wisdom, especially because she does not know necessarily where this is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
That's only a 7 on the dice. So that's only a 9 in total. You were able to. Are you looking to see Nivea?
Yeah, I just almost like like a video camera, like if you were playing a third-person video game.
Mm-hmm.
Just following her
Mm-hmm.
to see um, what she is doing, how she's preparing to meet with us.
Yeah. When you see Nivea, you can see that she is in one of the barracks. You can see that there are other Tritons around, and she seems to be gathering some weapons. And in one of the just idly collecting them from the other Tritons. Perhaps, training has recently ended.
Hmm.
You see that she's having it seems more than anything, idle discussion with a few of them as they all then swim out of the barracks. You're getting the idea, as it is much better lit where she is, that this is probably getting right around a mealtime in the day.
Hmm.
And it's also when you realize that your own stomach gurgles at that point. But as you were looking at her, there's a tenseness to her overall body language. There's a stilted sort of look to her face as she is talking to the other Tritons. And as she watches as the last Triton leaves the barracks, she sets all the weapons off to the side in a kind of just like cobbled pile together, takes a look to either side, and swims out one of the back entrances. How long does the scry go for?
It's like 10 minutes.
10 minutes is the casting time. Yeah, concentration up to 10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can see that she is swimming lower. It's for maybe the first time in a long time that you've seen your home from a somewhat odd perspective, as you are still following another person. But all of the glowing bioluminescence around here, all of the pinks and greens and blues. I think if any of us actual players, people were to look at this, it would almost have a sort of like neon cyberpunk sort of vibe, like a sunken sort of neon look to it, as all of these large black looming structures carved from stone are also lit by all of these various intertwining colors. She seems to avoid the light, sticking closer to the darkness, the abyss around her. And as she swims towards one of the active mine shafts, you see that she swims away from it and is able to move one of the large rocks to reveal a much smaller entrance. And it's just about at that point as she dives into this secret entrance that your 10 minutes is up.
I let everyone know that it seems that Nivea is coming alone. For the most part, I think we can trust her.
Can I? Where? So you said this is like a underground cave area with the plesiosaurs. Are they above water, below water? How's it?
Their bodies are below water. Their heads will peek up every now and then to get some air in this cavern.
Okay, so they can't breathe underwater.
No, I think that is accurate. I think plesiosaurs, marine reptiles, did have to breathe water, or breathe air, rather. So yes, they can hold their breath for longer periods of time, but this cavern seems to have a decent bit of oxygen in it.
Do plesiosaurs eat octopi?
I'm going to say probably. Yeah, I think they were known to eat like crustaceans and like nautiloids and things like that.
Cool.
Nautiloids is the plural. Anyway, yeah, they ate the similar enough things.
Cool. Winnie, could you bring me over near the plesiosaurs, but not within eating distance?
But yeah, I was gonna go pat one. Sure.
Yeah. I want to talk to the plesiosaurs, Derek.
Okay.
Oh.
I'll wave with a couple of my tentacles. Hi. No, I'm not food.
A plesiosaur head pokes out of the water, these interlocking teeth, almost needle-like, around its mouth, its eyes glinting a little bit in this blue light, indicating some sort of eye shine, that this thing also has some sort of dark vision. And a second head, nearly identical, spots very almost like one-to-one, pops up next to it. And it takes just a second through your octopoid eyes before you realize that they are attached to the same body. And this is a two-headed plesiosaur. And almost in synchronicity with one another, with every other word, if not food, what you want?
I just wanted to say hi and ask if the Triton here, if you like being with the Triton here.
He's gonna hold out like fish or some sort of smoked fish type thing.
Actual food for them to eat.
Actual food.
Would you give me an animal handling?
Okay. She also has her. So.
You joining in on the conversation with me?
I wish if something gave you a spell that you have and it would just tell you what that spell did and assume. Okay. Uh, 21.
The left head reaches out and very gingerly takes it from you. The right head lifts just a little bit more and looks you, Winnie, in the eyes. I like you. Thank you for that. And then dips down to look at Acacia. What sort of question is that?
A curious one?
Do I like being here?
I'd try not to assume things about people nowadays, so.
Well, lucky for you, I'm not people. I don't know what I like. I like eating things. I like swimming. I like that I have two heads sometimes. I don't dislike being here. We're fed. Sometimes the food is sour, but we eat it all the same. Sometimes the food lately has been rather soft. It has been quite nice and warm. We don't often have warm meals, but when we swim up, the meals are much warmer.
Do the Triton talk about anything interesting? Can you understand them?
The only words we really pick up are fish, bite, food. Sorry, not much of a conversationalist.
No, that's okay. Just wanted to get the vibe. Thank you. I'll look up at Winnie.
Did you always have two heads? Like, were you born that way or not?
We've always been together, yeah.
That's nice. It must be nice to have kind of a built-in.
I suppose. Never known any other way.
Nope, that's fair too. Do you get fed soon? Like your normal meal times?
I don't know. Can't be too much longer. You just fed me something, and you've still got a meal in your hands there.
I only have my helmet and a cape. Oh, no, she's not really an octopus. You wouldn't actually like.
How do you know?
Do you like being poisoned? I don't think you'd like being.
I suppose not. Not even one tentacle?
I mean, that's like poison tentacle.
It's rude to poison food. It's a waste.
The soft food that you've been getting recently, the soft warm food, does that taste like fish or crabs or shrimp?
No, it's new. It's new, and it sure does wriggle as you bite it, but that wriggling eventually stops.
Do you see what it looks like before you get it?
Yeah. Little different every time, but little bit of hair on it. That's new. Ever eaten something with hair before? Not all of it has hair, mind you. And some of it has a tough sort of shell about it, but if you get into the softer bits underneath, well, the screaming stops. The Tritons have been feeding us mighty well from that. Seem
So
like they'll come off of some bigger fish or something. They'll fall into the water and then it's just bite, food. That's why I like those words.
Winnie, I'm done with this conversation. I say in the mind link.
Nope, that's fair. I will also say in the mind link, I'll take Acacia a little bit closer to the rest of the party. And then I'm going to go back. Did you say they're all wearing, like, harnesses? Or just some of
Some
them?
of them are. Yeah,
Which-
some of them are kind of.
Who do you hand the helmet off to so you can go talk to the plesiosaur again?
Anyone who holds their hands out. Otherwise, I was just gonna set you like on the ground.
Oh, little
like,
Jeffrey's right there.
No.
Yeah. Don't spill. Is this plesiosaur wearing a harness? Is it like it's well fitting, like they're well taken care of?
Yeah, they seem well taken care of. I mean, these are mounts for the Nalos. They're caring for them quite well.
I just want to do a quick look around for. This is a long shot. It doesn't have to exist. But is there like a whistle or like a like underwater tap metal
Signal
or
horn.
something to like is there any sort of like plesiosaur call or something around here?
Oh my god.
You know what? I will straight up ask the plesiosaurs. Hey, how do they like get your attention if they need you or do you have a name? Names?
Listen, we might have two heads, but how about one question at a time, love?
That's fair.
As far as, well, actually, let's do it this way. If you are looking for something that can get their attention, why don't you roll me a luck check? Well,
An oppo whistle.
Is
What you're
is
looking
that
for.
is that a D20 or D100?
yeah, we'll do a d20. Anything I'm going to say above a
That's-
15.
Well, it's an 11.
Okay. When they're looking to get our attention, they're able to make a sort of clicking noise. It works pretty well. Few clicks for this, few clicks for that, and then, like I said, we understand a few words here and there of whatever language they speak. As far as names, let's see.
I'm sorry to ask you out of
Time
nowhere.
to name this plesiosaur.
Name
Yeah,
that plesiosaur.
let's go with.
It's just the silhouette.
Let's go with.
Just slappers.
I guess there's. We can go with two, Nick. Actually, we'll go with Kai. I think Kai works.
That is extremely funny to me.
It's the Greek word for and. So
That's extremely upsetting to me. Different reason. Okay. I am then going to go back and ask Proximus and Dominaria to teach me how to call plesiosaurs Tritonish.
In the mind link, I tell everybody else, yeah, they're feeding the people of ships to the plesiosaurs.
Well, yeah,
Often
it's wasteful
while-
not to.
while still alive. And that's not something I needed to be added to my mental shelf of knowledge.
Based on where we are, if they agree, I'm gonna cast a silent sanctum to learn how to call the plesiosaurs so that we're not making this sound over and over again, like right next. That would be irritating as hell, I would
Mhm.
imagine.
yeah, it's like a form of echolocation, sort of. I mean, very dolphin-esque. And again, as we established previously, Winnie has learned to speak dolphin before, ever so briefly. So yeah, it's like it again, form of echolocation can echo through the water, and then otherwise it's a dialect of Aquan, which Winnie also does speak as a sea elf. So you'll be able to pick up on the words for, bite left, right, stop, go, food, the important things.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you very much. And then drop the.
Okay.
Unless anyone has any secrets they want to tell me now. Now's a good time. Huh? Dominaria, I'm looking at you.
I think you could be doing better.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
a secret. Don't tell anyone.
Okay. I will take that under advisement.
I have given you advice. Take it or leave it.
Well,
This is why I do not ask, Winnie.
no, that's fair.
A little bit of time goes by, and you begin to hear footsteps. The sound of wet webbed feet plodding on the stone steps that lead downwards.
Brosho?
It's me! Heard you always coming.
Did he bring his giant war axe?
His great axe. It's really great. He loves it. It's really nice.
Sharp.
He can't use it. Yeah. You would all hear reclaps. And coming down from the darkness of the steps, illuminated slightly from your level, you would see a face that you have not seen in a long time. Proximus, a face that you probably thought you'd never see again. And a Triton woman, just a little bit younger than Proximus, younger than Dominaria. She wears simple, it's not leather, but it's similar enough armor with slight accents of black mithril. She does not have the full plate that many of the Tritons that you all have seen. Not even, kind of the medium armor that Winnie wears, although archaic it is. There's no regalia to what she wears. And you can see that there is just a small short sword strapped to her lower back. And she has a look in her illuminated eyes of someone who has been moving very quickly with a level of panic for a decent bit of time now. And as her gills flare, trying to catch her breath, she stops as she sees all of you. Oh, I was really hoping this was some sort of prank.
I wish it was. It is good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Okay, I wish I could say the same.
There's a lot to fill you in on, and there are many questions which I would like to ask you also about what has happened since I have been gone. You know, Dominaria. This is Winnie and Kallista and Scarlett, and this is Acacia, though she doesn't normally look like this. So, just so you know.
3 tentacles wave.
Okay.
These are the
Alright.
surfaces that I have met.
I am so upset by that sentence alone. I will give you I will give you a few minutes. And if you cannot tell me why I should not call for the guard to come and take your head and feed all of you to the plesiosaurs, then well, I will do that. So I will at least give you a chance because you have been kind to me in the past. And you have come back with 2 arbiters, which is unusual. I will respect that. But I am not happy to be here by any means. I just want to make that clear. And I'm going to stand over here on this platform, and you all can stay over there. And if you get closer, please don't. And she just kind of leans up, puts her back to the wall, puts her hand on the hilt of the sword at her lower back. Okay. Go. It's probably a good place for us to take our break. So we come back. We can see if you can sell Nivea on your little rebellion. Perhaps investigate a little bit more of what has been happening with the Nalos and lead up to whatever comes next with what is happening in this underwater empire. Everyone stick around. We'll be back shortly. Pet your pets, do the things. Make sure you get something to drink. Hydrate before you dehydrate.
Meds.
All that kind of stuff. Yeah. Please enjoy our ad reel. We have some wonderful affiliates. We also, in this game in particular, plays in support of Feeding America. So if you have a couple extra bucks sitting around, you want to put them towards a great cause, that is a great cause. You can put a little wind in our sails with some added incentives as well. So check all of that out and stick around. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Horizons Call. This is our multi-year ongoing nautical campaign. The crew have plunged into the depths of the mid-seas, hoping to bring redemption and salvation to Proximus's people, the Nalos. Having swum through mines, they have now found themselves in a plesiosaur pen, the cavalry units of the Nalos, and have just encountered Nivea, a Nalos Triton that Proximus knew long before he left his people, and having just met again him, a heretic, though not necessarily bearing the mark, Nivea a little hesitant to see him. She's given him a few minutes to state his case before she calls for help and potentially dooms the party here. So with that in mind, Proximus, you don't have to like verbatim, I'm not going to time you or anything like that, but like, what would you like to get across to Nivea in this time?
Essentially what I showed Dominera do the mind link of all of the things that we had seen, the way that Eula was not what she perceived herself to be, or allowed everyone to perceive.
So you're verbally explaining this to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So explaining that Eula is not what your people believed her to be, the evils of her, the truth of her actuality, the fact that she was a demigod of sorts, the great unbeheld, the mother of all krakens, that she had betrayed, lied to, dominated, manipulated your people. To be a persuasion check. I will give you advantage because Dominera is standing there as a testament to your truth.
If anybody else wants to jump in here,
You can only get one advantage. Chill out.
Scarlett, if you want to jump in here and tell them what she really was.
I'm checking to see if I get wheel or woe to see if it will help you today.
I will.
How far away is Nivea?
I will say that she's about 30 feet away.
Okay, good to know. Thank you.
I will, like, at random times, as Proximus is talking, I will pull out, like, the, like, Winnie's notebook and, like, relevant, like, information and, like, the compass and stuff, like, little different bits of stuff, you know.
We don't have a ring on us, do we?
We do, but I think that's a terrible idea.
Correct. However, Proximus, I do.
So that's a +5 to Proximus.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
I'll take
rolled
that.
wheel, so you get a d6.
Ooh, I'll take it. Thank you. And a +5. Wow. Okay, persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do get advantage on that, which I needed. Jesus Christ. I mean, Yeah, whatever.
Mhm.
Persona. Got a 1 on my d6, but so that's a dirty 24, plus 5, 29.
Great. She got a 22. So she rolled a nat 20 on her, and it was just, it was essentially insight. It's her
Right.
picking up on what you're putting down. You can see as your story is going on, as you explain these things, you're gesturing to the party around you. And again, these living manifestations of the truth of your story, these surfacers that have gone with you. Scarlett, this representation of a person who lived with Eula for years, the fact that, Corvus passed after, he loved Scarlett and he died for it. The fact that Dominaria stands next to you and she nods along and seems to, support you. She is not one for words, as is very clear. But you stand here confidently, not violently. Nobody's drawn any weapons, and you can see as your story is going on, like the grip on the hilt of her short sword is loosening until it is at her side, and she has balled up fists at times, and there's certain things you say where you can see her just hit her hand against the rock behind her, her face contorting into frustration and a look of betrayal that you have felt, a look of betrayal you've seen on Dominara's face. But you know that it's getting through. Somewhere deep in Nivea's mind, something is breaking. That dam, that retention wall of the ocean of truth behind it is cracking word by word, and by the end of your story, she is in tears, and the tears are slightly bioluminescent as they come out of her eyes, only to lose that light as they drip down. And as your story ends, she just stands there, and she just nods. I didn't want to believe it. I always knew something was off. It's why I never really tried, I guess. They always said that I did not apply myself, that I didn't care, that I had my head in the surf. But I knew something was wrong. As many people as we sent up, and when they sent you, I knew something was wrong.
I know what this pain feels like, and I don't wish it on anyone, and I stayed away for as long as I could. But when I heard that a devil came here, I couldn't imagine a worse scenario after Eula. All I want is everyone to be free to live their lives the way that they seem fit, like the rest of the world.
Proximus, there is something that is confusing about your story. You said that that Eula is was a kraken goddess, that you and your friends killed her? Proximus, she is not dead.
I figured as much. We might have defeated her at one point in time, but she is not truly gone.
No, she is here.
What?
She has come back to live amongst the Nelos, so she says. And this devil that you describe, Paimon, she walks with him at her side. He has been sent as her voice, that she is rid of arbiters, that we are at war.
This explains some things. You have seen her
Yes.
here.
We all have. She has spoken to all of us. She, and he, they speak to the Nelos once every week. A State of the Union of sorts.
Where are they?
She sits on the throne. And he stands next to her. He is her general. And she has decreed that we are not to have any more arbiters, but she has chosen champions, Proximus.
What about the elders?
They kneeled the second that they saw her. But they all answer to Paimon now.
They have no power.
What power they have comes from him. Last I heard, we were mobilizing. They have been sending contingents to the surface to fight the war. I do not know what this war is, but they say that we are to join a greater army in some weeks' time, that we are to serve the greater Leviathan.
In the Mid-Sea Nights, what happens? Were they deployed? Why are you here?
We have not all been deployed in force. We have mostly just been swimming within our territory, rising to the surface, attacking ships. I have not gone. I have feigned Star Mikyl, oh, my fiends. I do not believe in what they are doing, and I do not like the look on Paimon's face as he smiles when we return. It is not a smile of victory, it is a smile of sick satisfaction.
This is Paimon. Retaliating against me for what I did to him.
This is your fault?
Is this not all my fault? Ask our people. This is what I do.
Dominara puts a hand on your shoulder, and she looks into your eyes. Shut up. It is
now
not
you want to
his
say
fault.
something, huh?
You were doing pretty well up to that point. It is not his fault. We were in this mess long before him. We would still be in this mess, if not for him. Different kind of mess, yes, his fault. But he is here to get us out of that. No one else is reaching a hand. Nivea looks back and forth between you two and settles on Proximus. What do you plan to do?
Kill Paimon. Once and for all. Eula. I don't know. He'll look at Scarlett. This is all new for us.
Maybe we should huddle up for the conversation. I don't know. That was sort of a statement.
If you are to get to either of them, there are many Tritons who would stand in your way. Many are still set in the tradition and the rigid belief. But the ones you should worry about are his champions. He has chosen 6.
Who?
One to lead them. The champion amongst all of them is Vindictus. And, no history check or anything needed. Vindictus was younger but was definitely like, if you were to pick someone, maybe like a few past Dominara, probably would have been him. He had a lot of growing up to do. Was very full of himself, but was also good at what he did. And that was mostly warfare.
Mhm.
And there are 5 knights besides Vindictus. Bellator, Armatis, Gladia, Cortellos, and Focina. And I will type all those names in our chat here.
Common spelling.
Yes. No, it's only going to be in Aquan. Just bubble emojis all across the board.
What about a wave emoji? You gotta spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's that, and like little anchor symbol. Yeah.
Mm.
They are always protecting him and her. She rarely leaves the throne room. When she does, she has come out to pontificate to all of us.
More manipulation.
We are likely only a day or two away from another grand speech. It wasn't long ago they sent another detachment to the surface.
In the mind link, you hear, if this is just to the group, I would like to, I'm very curious at what she would look like with your eye of true sight, Proximus. If it's actually her,
Mm.
or just a thread from Paimon, an illusion.
Right.
Okay, but she is back somewhere, right, Scarlett?
The information I got was Eula wasn't dead. No other indication about where or what she may be.
I mean, this is her, but
Doesn't mean it isn't.
I
Right.
didn't know her well, but she never gave me the impression that she liked to share.
no, but she would use anything available to. Devil showed up and was like, hey, girl, hey. Probably use him until done with him. I don't know, eat him or something.
Until she was strong enough again.
Also,
No one would
to make sure
find
that
out.
this plot point came across, serving the Leviathan would remind you all of the Leviathan Horde, which you have heard about from the Marid, which did write something on the wall before she left in Fall Emerald, and you would know that that is the large contingent, the militarization of several species and communities across Damaris that seek to, wage warfare.
They cursed my brother.
Yes,
The one people like. I mean, not Rollin. The other one.
important distinction. Weird to classify them that at family gatherings, but people know what you mean.
Has anyone mentioned at any point, either in this conversation or discussions about the Leviathan Horde, on what they're waging war against? Have they specified anything?
So far, they've attacked places like Fall Emerald, a lot of Sea Elf kingdoms. Most Sea Elves have kind of worked against them. So the Leviathan Horde has been comprised primarily of Sahuagin, Homerids, which are like the crustacean folk, eel folk. Then there definitely are like branches of some merfolk or some tritons have joined them. When you all were in Fall Emerald, that was a gathering to determine who would be joining against the Leviathan Horde. So it's not like all Sahuagin, but it is large communities of them. And it seems like, especially with the Marid, they've been gaining other leaders of immense power. But what their ultimate goal is, you're not sure. But it seems like they are attacking communities in the ocean, and they're also attacking places on the surface.
Yeah. And from what Nivea was saying, she hasn't heard about what their war is about. Just that
Nope.
that they are at war.
They are at war, and in a few weeks' time, they are being sent to deploy with one of the larger battalions of the Leviathan Horde.
Thank you for clearing everything up.
Because
I know it's been a while since we've talked about them.
Up to this point, the Nalos were not affiliated either side. But
the Nalos were very isolationist. So this is also very odd for them to not only be at war, but be at war and ally themselves with another faction.
But that is something that we had, I think some of us had different at some point, but when we were in Fall Emerald, that was like the entire point of the gala, was celebrating the heroes of this big, or the wounded anyway, of a big battle. I think driving some of the Horde back from the sea elf.
The Horde had tried attacking Fall Emerald. Your brother was part of the defense of it. And then they brought in other dignitaries from nearby places to be like, look, we can defend ourselves, which means if you join us, we'll be even stronger. Yeah. Which is why you had eel folk there. You had other Tritons there. You had merfolk. There were no sirens.
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry.
Merfolk.
Yeah. Just from that general region. But it was to convince them of like, hey, joint defense is better than us all trying to do this, individually. They all got a bunch of sticks together and they snapped one of the sticks and they're like, look, and then they put a bunch of the sticks actually together and they tried to snap them like, oh, look, which I feel like has to happen in any movie where they create an alliance of people.
While we're here, thank you, Jenn, for pulling prophecy.
So welcome.
I will go ahead and Derek, you should probably read it out since.
Yeah, the original prophecy that was left by the Marid on the wall in Fall Emerald before they escaped at the gala was: the seas again will flood, the sun will fall to waves, a throne of scale and blood, the surface to its grave. A world of endless tide, the surf will drown all cries, the dark depths be our guide, the Leviathan prophecy will rise.
And I just want to point out the sun hits the waves pretty much every night as it sets. So check. I think we're good on that one.
It's all the other things. It's,
yeah,
you gotta check all the boxes, not just one of them.
Yeah. Oh, prophecy.
There might be a throne of scale and blood.
Well, and
that might exist already.
That's what I was going to actually ask about, since we're just on the topic while we're here.
Yeah.
Do any of us know what that refers to?
I feel like there's multiple thrones of scales and blood at this point.
Well, but it's like the Iron Throne, right? You don't call everything something with a title like that.
This one is all capitalized.
I will give it to you. When I wrote this, it was entirely metaphorical.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure there wasn't something that
when
is
you wrote
called.
When I wrote this,
yeah,
I feel like things have changed.
No, I do not have a point on the map where I'm like, well, that's where the throne of scale and blood is. It's more just listen, once we the ultimate goal is we're going to sink all of what's left of the surface, make it all an ocean world, so that we can have everything belonging to us. And once we have that, we will sit upon the greater, in quotations, throne of scale and blood.
Right, greater Dallas Fort Worth. I just, wanted to clarify that wasn't referring to a specific kingdom or a specific,
TSB? Yeah, it's not DTF, it's TSB. Yeah, Throne of Scale and Blood. It's also not DTF, it's TFT, and I mess that up every time.
Anyway, how's Nivea doing? Hanging in there?
Not great, but yeah, she's hanging. She's hanging.
We'll crash out.
Yeah, just little baby, messed up sort of crash out.
Turning back into a centaur right now is a bad idea.
It'd be.
I don't need to traumatize this girl.
It'd be jarring.
Rise centaur.
Again.
Oh. I would try to comfort her as much as I could, but I would definitely keep my distance from her. I don't need her pulling a Dominaria on me.
You don't want your scar back?
I just got rid of it.
You said they're cool.
I mean, scars are cool according to Marcus. That's what he said.
Yes, yeah, he was right. Nivea, looks to all of you. You all cannot stay here. They will be bringing back more of the plesiosaurs here soon after the raid is complete. You need somewhere to go. Do you... you're staying here? You're going to do this?
Yes. I want to free the Nalos. Whatever that takes.
Okay. All right. I am but one person. I don't know how to help you. I can bring you food.
I don't need you to have all the answers. I just need your assistance on where to stay and how to get around without being seen.
Getting around without being seen by some of you will be harder than others. You and Dominera can, I'm sure, walk around with most people, maybe not wearing all of that armor, which would mark you as something different than what you are. But you could hide amongst people that you do not know if you cover your faces somewhat. The rest of you, we don't see a lot of your kind around here. Except for the octopus, I suppose.
There's a slow shake of the octopus head.
I understand. It is difficult having that many limbs. If you are looking for a place, there is one of these storehouses is being repaired right now, but we have set aside all of our efforts for infrastructure in the hopes of militarizing further. So all of the craftspeople have gone to the forges to make more weapons and armor. The storehouse has been mostly cleared out. All food that is left is being gathered to support the army when it departs. You may likely hide there for some time.
Proximus. Ask her if there's anyone else she thinks that might work with us, that feel the same way she does.
I'd ask her that.
Let's make this a persuasion check just to see, like, I will say the difficulty is going to be 15 for every then that'll get you one person for every increment over 5. After that, I'll give you an additional person to help.
I'm going to give you wheel again. So another d6.
Ooh. Okay. Let's do this d6. Ooh, that's 6. Nice.
I can
So
give you
that's
another +5. I'll butter her up and give her some, I don't know, sushi that Honey gave me before we came down. Tasty and
She please just set it. Please don't come near me.
Just set it down and roll it over. Yeah. Scooch it. Oh, here you go. So that is 20. You said 5, extra 5. Oh, nice. That is a 26.
Okay, so
Total.
that'll be 3 friends in total, because that's 15, then 20. Yeah. So 3 people in total. She furrows her brow. Yes, I think I can gather some like-minded individuals. There are some other what do I want to say? Failures like me. People not so inclined to follow along with what they are being told. Failure is the term that is often given to us, although I think we are doing a very good job. Yes, we misfits. We have a little dice game that we do from time to time. Although the dice don't roll really well, they're all just rocks that we've painted numbers onto. Anyway, I can have them gather at the storehouse, and I can lead you there now. It is meal time, so most everyone should be busy, but not for very much longer.
Okay. Is there a possibility of getting a audience in front of the elders?
I do not know.
Maybe let's work on that during this time that we wait.
Yes.
As almost like a offhand comment that's probably not supposed to go through the mind link. I'm wondering if we can fish snap one of them and have them listen.
All right. Are you all ready? Okay. We must travel quietly and quickly. I want to be very clear that I do not like this.
If I had it any other way, I would. Trust me.
She begins to walk back up the stairs that she descended from and looks back to you just in the darkness where you can see her eyes glowing. Come on.
I turn towards Kallista. And you okay? All right, let's go.
Okay. You walk up the steps that lead you only so far. You get to another chamber that also leads out into a pool. And you realize the way that this cavern is kind of structured, it has these air pockets to allow for the plesiosaurs to breathe, but also levels to it where the water can kind of be trapped at different elevations and allow for different forms of movement. And as you get to the clean, shorn stone, she looks back and dives in. And you see that she bobs her head up and waits for all of you to dive in after her.
I need to be so clear. When you turned back and asked Kallista if she was fine, and she said yes, you don't believe her at all.
Little Jeffrey will hug your leg and offer to hold your hand.
No.
Do you need some
No, let's just go.
8-armed hug compressions?
Nope, don't. I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah, okay.
You all dive into the water. And the pressure once again strikes you, the cold of the water. You can see the slight glow of the bioluminescent markings on Nivea as she swims ahead of you. And there is a point where in this tunnel you can see further light ahead. But she branches off. You can see the silhouette of her swim off into a much more narrow tunnel. Something you might not have even realized until you saw her. It's like someone almost has like a hidden parking or a driveway. And you see them almost turn off like into the woods, and it's like, where did they even go? The stone hides the entrance that she passes through, but she passes through it all the same. And presuming you all follow, this is not a mine tunnel. This is much more roughly hewn. This is natural in some places, but also You can see that it has been traveled enough that some of the rocks have been smoothed by the movement of water and also fins. And it's narrow enough that all of you have to swim individually. But you would all pass out of a place where Proximus you would have seen third person. And you see the entrance proper to the mine, some 100 feet away from you. You can see that there are the large looming stone structures, the black stone structures of the Nalos kingdom all about you now. And the glowing illumination of that bioluminescence, that green and blue and pink, all the city hundreds of feet ahead of you. And looming above it all, you see a sight, again, that you've not seen for a long time, but in a way, in one form or fashion, you all saw not that long ago, and even not that long before that, is looming above it all, carved into an underwater cliff face, is a hundreds of feet tall depiction of Eula, carved into the rock of the cliff itself. Her arms are down at her sides with her hands cupped and held out in front of her, just almost at her stomach. And Proximus, you would know that the throne room is through an entrance at about right where she stands. That the hands themselves are a parapet of sorts, likely where the speeches are being spoken from by Eula and perhaps by Paimon. And so this goddess, this person that you fell, looks down on all of the city, on the entire kingdom, at all times. Nivea turns back from time to time to make sure that you all are following. You're getting closer to the city at this point, and she is trying to have you all swim around larger stones around this sediment. Looking about, the water is dark here, but you don't see or feel any movement besides that of those immediately around you. Let's go ahead and do another group stealth, please.
$18.
Ooh.
We don't have advantage on this one, right?
No, you do not.
Dirty 20.
Well,
My Proximus die. D20. Oh,
Oh
Jenn.
no. I'm using a reroll for the record. It gives me a 15, but also
I have a 0.
You have a 0?
I rolled a
Nat
nat 1,
one.
and I have a -1.
A negative
I
1.
have a 0 for stealth.
Okay.
Fine. It's fine.
She finds everything to run into.
Yeah, it's not good.
who put wind chimes here?
Why
It's in the
didn't I
ocean.
cast? Why
They're
didn't
water.
I cast Pass Without Trace earlier?
Water chimes. Okay, so I have 18, 20, and 0. Who am I missing?
you get my 12.
I do not have 12 yet. Okay. I'm still missing 1. So I have 18, 20, 0, 12.
Winnie was rerolling.
I have
Okay.
a 15 with my re.
Okay, thank you.
This is so on brand.
Okay. It's a 13 average. That's, I believe, 65 divided by the 5 of you. 13 average.
That's passing.
It's above, like, average.
Average.
Yeah,
Slightly.
slightly. You all pass into what would be considered like the boundaries of the city. Again, these looming structures of black stone, some of them seemingly made of black mithril itself, the glint of them off of the neon light now, not trapped in the dark where they would absorb all light, but now with that sheen on them, showing that they have been refined somewhat. These buildings that you know would be nigh unfellable. by, it would take a great effort of even a Tarrasque to break these things. Not to mention the fact that the Tarrasque I don't think can breathe underwater. I don't know. It might. They're fucking Tarrasques. Who knows?
So that's how we beat Tarrasques.
You just drown them. Just toss them in the water.
Oh,
I don't think that's true. No, don't try that.
right.
Don't try that at home. I think they just turned into Krakens. You all swim into the city, and the neon lights catch your eyes as you look all about these bits of coral and shell, the fish that swim about here, all casting bioluminescent light as well. And it strikes you that the Nalos are maybe different than you ever imagined them. Not this simple militaristic people living in Spartan dwellings, but a people of great works and structure. You don't see any Tritons immediately, but it is passing through one of the side streets, if you want to consider it that way, an alleyway, I suppose, between the two buildings, that your group, all traveling quickly, quietly, heading for the storeroom. Kallista, with a 0. Hard to ignore that. Your eyes are caught by one of the lights. And you don't see them before they see you. And in Aquan, not a language I think that you necessarily speak, they would shout, "Hey, stop!" And just full barrel right into this older Triton, and both of you are sent just kind of spinning in the water. Nivea stops and turns around to look at all of you, her eyes wide as she realizes that an encounter has happened. And you all look to see her just dart off into the water.
Mhm.
Kallista immediately in mind, like, is just go.
The Triton blinks a few times before he catches sight of all of you. And his look of confusion on Kallista is one thing. On Winnie, it softens a little bit, but when his eyes land on Dominera and then on Proximus, I think that you recognize this man. You knew him when you were younger. He was definitely, older than you. He was getting close to being out of, his military service, even when, you were getting towards the beginning of your arbiter status.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes dart back and forth between Dominera and Proximus. Dominera, what are you doing? Proximus?
I can explain.
I do not care. And he raises his head and emits this loud echolocation sort of blast, this clicking emanation of noise. I'm going to call this a black spot. You're going to start to hear that sound emanating outwards as all about you, other Tritons are picking up that noise, that warning signal. Anything you all would like to do?
How far away is he from the group? Or specifically Winnie?
I imagine you all were traveling like right next to each other, so he can't be more than 10 feet from Winnie.
Oh, then I would like to get closer to him. It's emanating from him?
Yeah, well, it's emanating from everywhere now.
Oh.
I would like to...
The alarm has been sounded.
The alarm has been sounded, but what I would like to do is I would like to detangle myself from Winnie, go up to him, maybe like 5-ish feet away, and I'm gonna do an ink sploot right on top of him. So ink cloud, 5-foot radius cloud of ink extends all around the octopus if it's underwater. The area is heavily obscured for 1 minute, although a significant current can disperse the ink. After releasing the ink, the octopus can use the dash action as a bonus action. So I dash back to Winnie with all the ink everywhere. I'm like, run. Run fast. Go now. So I splooted on top of this old man.
Okay. Thoroughly splooted, you all dash away. And it's at this point that you can see that Tritons are exiting all of the egress to these buildings. Anything that might be determined a window or door, it doesn't really matter when you're underwater, as Tritons are exiting like eels out of rock, like fish out of anemones or coral, just emanating out of all of the openings and pores, and look down to all of you, especially identifying the strangers, and are swimming towards you. It is not long before, even as you're dashing, you find yourselves nigh surrounded by Tritons all about you. Some have drawn weapons. None are necessarily engaging, but all are kind of just swimming to enclose around you. A great school of Tritons that are compressing further and further. And it isn't long before you find yourselves unable to move forward unless you were to push through Tritons, and with blades, spears, tridents drawn, it looks like going through a forest of blades. And as you inevitably, gonna railroad just a little bit this for our next session here, come to a stop. The Tritons are just murmuring all about you, all in Aquan, and picking up, for those of you that speak Aquan more and more, you are hearing the name Proximus being uttered. And Proximus, you feel the shame of all of your people literally looking down on you in this orb that they have surrounded you with. A few moments go by before it parts, and 6 Tritons, all heavily armored, head to toe, black mithril, helmets, full plate, armed to the teeth, swim towards you. One of them takes off his helmet, and you see the slightly older face of Vindictus. I was told you were going to return. We received word from one of our scouts.
Well, I am here now.
Welcome home. The Queen wants to see you.
I'm sure she does.
Will you come quietly?
Yes. The rest, leave them.
No.
No.
I have my orders. You can give up your weapons, and you can come with us now. Or I can carry out your sentence myself. Those are your options, Proximus.
You are not worth my fight. Bring me to her. And he'll hand over his weapons.
Yeah, the 6 of them descend around you and reach out for your weapons.
I stay an octopus.
Okay. Anybody not handing things over or trying to hide things? Okay.
We'll hand over Zeal, yep.
Okay. The Triton that takes Zeal takes it from you and kind of looks it over, just nods to you. They store all of your weapons and go swimming with you, escorting you towards the great statue of Eula. all of the other Tritons swim at a distance behind you again, just like this cloud of blues and purples and greens, all the bioluminescent glow of all of them, all that murmur just kind of echoing through the ocean towards all of you. The rumors, the shame, the wonder at all of you. You swim towards the statue and pass through that entrance just beyond Eula's held hands. And you enter a space that is lit by coral. Again, the blues, greens, pinks. And sitting on the coral throne, where only the monarchs of the Nalos had ever sat before, sits Eula Saltsmile. Dressed in white, adorned with jewelry, smiling her angry smile, and standing at her side, not hiding his visage in any way, shape, or form, his great crown of horns all about his head, stands Paimon. I'm a little sour that you all chose to come without a fight. I was really hoping to show off what all they could do, but welcome all the same. Vindictus, you and the others can keep an eye on the door. I'll need you shortly, but in the meantime, I don't have any concerns about these few. Well, I was wondering how long it was going to take you.
Derek,
I had some bet. Yes, please.
with Proximus's Eye of True Sight, what does Eula look like?
Yeah, would you like to use that, Michael?
Yeah.
With True Sight, I believe that shows you through illusions, all the
Shape
the-
changers,
all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Eula's not there. The throne sits empty.
Fucking called it.
He looks. Actually, let's do it this way. Why don't you give me a deception check as you make that realization, just to see if you can hide your facial reaction.
You said deception?
Please.
$14.
His eyebrows just drop a little bit, and his smile drops. Fine. I really don't like that eye. He looks past you to see where the champion and the knights are, and he snaps his fingers in the ocean and makes this very muffled snap, and Eula's just gone. You got me. But it's not like you're going to be able to tell anyone. And it's not like they're going to believe you. And why did you come, Proximus? Honestly, I had some bets with some of the other devils. Whether you were going to come alone, whether you were going to come in with your blades drawn and see if you could take my head, or whether you were going to do something like this, but the over-under means I still made a little bit of coin. What was your plan, I wonder?
I figured it would be like this after all. But honestly, I just wanted to see you face to face. Why are you doing this to my people?
You slighted me. You insulted me in my own home. I had just gotten back everything I wanted, and you ruined it for me, Proximus. You ruined my moment. And so, because you took something that meant a lot to me, I looked around and said, well, what means a lot to him? And this was just up for grabs. He gestures to the throne. Gods know where the fuck she is. It was just open. Nobody was sitting here.
I just thought you were a smarter person. If you want something, aren't you the one that makes deals?
Yes, and
So
and I did.
retribution and vindictive behavior, this is what you resort to? I thought higher of you.
I'm a devil, Proximus. That's your mistake.
So let's make a deal.
I'm sorry. I've made a deal. And I'm past that with you. I've made a deal with the Leviathan or Horde to take your people and send them to war and let them be slaughtered against the greater masses of the service. And for every one of their souls that falls, I get one more coin. They've all pledged themselves to me. That's the greatest deal. You are but one soul. A soul that has flip-flopped back and forth between what and who you serve. I'm sorry, but your currency is tarnished at best. I have a better deal. And so, I'm going to give you the final retribution because, well, I've never been accused of not being petty. And I'm going to kill you where you were born. And when you die, I'm going to take your soul too. You and all of your friends. He looks over at Scarlett. Almost all of your friends. A contract is a contract, dear. So I'm going to need you, and he points at you, to sit aside for this one for the time being. And he is going to cast a form of banishment on you. So I'm going to need a charisma saving throw, please. This is a DC 25, although you still might get that. You're muted. What are you saying?
I rolled a nat 20.
Oh, not 20. Great job.
My charisma save is +6. No. +13.
Okay. Just curious, if I gave you a disadvantage, what would it be? Well, it's a saving throw, so even a nat 20 is an automatic success.
It would be a flat 30 if it was.
So you're going to beat it regardless. I hate sorcerers. Fine. We'll resort to alternatives. And at that point, he snaps his fingers again. The image of Eula reappears, and she stands up, and in that overly saccharine voice that she has, "Oh, Vindictus, would you please imprison Scarlett Shores? Far away from her friends, make sure that she is in one of the spell-dampening cells, and make sure that she has no weapons on her. Feel free to not be gentle." And the other 6 Tritons swim in and surround you. For the rest of you, well, I discovered something quite interesting when I took over here. Join me, would you? And he is going to attempt to teleport all of you. Is anyone going to resist that? Okay. You all look down as the room around you shifts, reforms, and it's much darker now as your eyes adjust to the reshaping of the room. You're in a different place. It's not that the room itself has changed. Let me actually move the map over so you can kind of see what we're looking at. You are in a large chamber. All around you, not veins, but the walls themselves are made of rough outcroppings of black mithril. Let's see here. Where's
I don't see map if that.
Not yet. No, sorry. Multitasking. One moment, please.
That's fine.
We're gonna move party ribbon here. Yes. So floors, walls, ceiling, all about is black mithril. There are pillars carved as well, indicating that this is an antechamber of sorts. And ahead, directly ahead, light emanating from silhouetting Paimon as he stands now in front of all of you, is a cavernous opening. There are coral-like tendrils spilling all about. I discovered that Eula left a sort of contingency here when she took over. Something that she's been, like she just maybe forgot about. Maybe it was in case the Nalos ever came to their senses and decided that they were going to, rise up or deny her rule, or whatever. Maybe it was just if she ever got bored. I was rather interested when I discovered it. And, well, I decided to see what I could do. So, I think the biggest issue that I've run into is how hungry they get. But, you're going to solve that for me now. You all look around, past perceptions revealing that there is a great black mithril wrought door behind you. It is sealed. Up ahead, in that opening, light emanating out of it, you could start to see tentacles reach their way through, these octopoidal arms pulling their way through. And one by one, you see that there are 3 kraken spawn that are pulling their way into the room. She's got a whole nest back there. It's been slow going, waking them up, but, well, I gave them a little bit of an infernal jump, as it were. Proximus, you have made one mistake after another. And I'm very excited to tell you that this is your end. For the rest of you, you keep poor company. This is what you get. It has been my pleasure to be your servant through all of this. I'm sure that your money will spend just as well as any other. And with that, he bows, his great crown of horns all teleporting away with him. We'll roll for initiative next time, as you have 3 infernally charged kraken spawn, all rather hungry, all ready to feast on all of you. And that's where we'll end.
Cool.
All right. That is Horizon's Call. That has been our session 6, season 6. 6 of us in the party. 666. Hey, we got a double. Join us next time for even more Horizon's Call, as we have most of the party going up against some Kraken spawn. And I want to have these lovely people say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. They will wrap up for the day and take off for at least the week, at least for us. So let's go ahead and get to that. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out, where can we find more of your lovely self? Too loud.
I was muted. My bad. Hi, everyone. I'm Mare. You can find me on all applicable social media, Archmage of Dice. I am a Sword and Key exclusive at this moment, I'm mostly here on Saturdays. Once at 1 p.m. Eastern for the Indigo Nexus, and once at 6 p.m. Eastern for Horizon's Call. In any other important stuff I'm doing right now includes I'm raising money for Project Purple, which raises money for pancreatic cancer research. I will be participating in a pizza eating contest that is raising money for that at the end of May. So I'll put a little link in chat if you want to help me raise my admission fee to participate with my friend Megan.
Fantastic. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello. It's me, Eva. One of these days I will put those cameras in the right order, but today is not that day. You can find me here. Find me here on Saturdays playing Winnie. You can find me Sundays, tomorrow, not playing Winnie, but in Veasan in one form or another. And God knows what the future holds. That's about it.
Okay. Special thank you to Eva for doing production
Yeah,
for this game.
special
in
thank
particular.
you to me.
Yeah, special thank you to you. It's extra special, just for you. Special thank you to Kaila and Mare, who often do production work around here as well. Next up, we have Mikyl.
Hey fam, I'm Michael. You can find me on Instagram and BlueSky. But tomorrow, in lieu of Veasan, I will be playing on Dax's channel as Jang, a veteran clone trooper. So in a Star Wars campaign. So come check us out over there. 3 p.m. Pacific time. Is that correct? I don't know. Something like that. Yeah, check us out.
I think it's
Just check out my socials. I have stuff there. We'll throw it out there.
I think it's 2 p.m.
Yeah, I think too.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Okay, it's text at 3. So it's 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, which would be 3:30. So it's 3:30.
3:30.
3:30 Pacific time. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
We got there.
Yeah, we all got there. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk about that yet.
Adding and subtracting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, you don't want to. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Hey, it's fine. I'll see you there. Hey.
Special thank you to Mikyl for the incredible artwork that you see on screen, as well as on all of our promotional materials. Next up, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello. My name is Kayla. I have been your Siren Return Sorcerer, Scarlett Shores, and unfortunately, I will be gone for the next 3 weeks because I'm going on my honeymoon finally.
Very excited.
I
for
will
it.
be in a different time zone. I'll be closer to Anik than I currently am.
It's
Or
true.
anyone else.
It's very true. It's not like
Unfortunately, I'm
super
not
close.
visiting Anik, but
No.
I'll be closer.
No.
I'll be hanging out
If
with
you,
sheeps
Yeah.
and Highland cows.
which Nick's dogs kind of look like sheep sometimes,
A little bit.
a little bit. Thank you so much, everyone. No, it's Jen's turn. I forgot Jen. Jen, God damn it, Jen. It's always your fault.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
It's never
Derek.
Jen's fault.
It's no. I heard what he said. We all heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm Lazelda on the internet spaces. I finished playing Resident Evil last night. It was a good time. And we're gonna pick a new game for the three of us to keep playing because it's pure chaos. Mitch made some very good clips last night. So it's good. It's a good time. I also do Long Dog Dice that has all the cool new stat hoodies and long sleeve shirts, and I literally just 2 minutes ago hit go on there being a zip up version now. So hey, there you go. Do the things, wear the cool shirts, get the cool dice. I make custom ones. That's what I got. My brain is out of words. Thank you.
Fantastic. And thank you to Jen for the incredible dice sets that we have. I got just a couple of good rolls out of that nat 20 on Nivea was pretty great. But yeah, no, check out the official Horizons Call dice. I'll segue into brief shout out for Long Dog Dice. Use code Sword and Key. Get 10% off your first purchase. They are beautiful dice sets. And you can also get a dice set for any of the characters here. They all have custom sets made for them. You can pre-order any of them at any time. Or, again, get that awesome clothing for your D&D character. This is Horizons Call. This is a Sword and Key production. I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am the sword half of Sword and Key. Sword is my real last name. Yes, it's awesome that you can't have it. I have been joined, as always, by these very lovely individuals. And, yeah, if you want to check out more of Sword and Key stuff, check out beacons.ai/Sword and Key. You can find all of our links in one neat, nice place. There's our socials, BlueSky and Instagram. There's our Discord. Hang out with cool folks like us, talk about cool games like this or tons of other stuff. If you are looking for any of our affiliate links, I already mentioned Long Dog Dice. You can also check out Eldritch Foundry. Use code Sword and Key for 10% off your first purchase. They make custom minis, no matter how weird and wild or normal and mild your TTRPG character might be. If you're doing 3D printing, you can also get a 3-month subscription for only $19.99 if you use our affiliate link. It's unlimited STL files. If you're shopping with Hit Point Press, the makers of Humblewood and the animated spell cards, and oh god, like the Big Bad series is really great. The Floral Dragon series is really cool and really pretty. I'd recommend that. You should check out I think it's their Patreon, where you can vote on like what the next Humblewood, the next animal they're going to Humblefy is, or get access to some of the new stuff with that. They're really great. But if you are shopping on their website, use our affiliate link. They've got tons and tons of products, whether it's music, plush, actual TTRPG books, or downloads. You're going to find something you love. Minis, all of it's there. If you are looking for your perfect cup of tea, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. Friday, gayest tea shop in the Pacific Northwest, makes incredible teas. I highly recommend the official Sword and Tea. And when you shop there, use code The Lady Dame for 10% off your order. If you are looking for a really fun superhero game to play, I'm going to shout out one more time Paragons, which has a Kickstarter out right now for their starter set. Paragons, made by Backdoor Games, Backdoor Entertainment. Is a really, really fun superhero TTRPG. I've played a couple. I've really enjoyed that one. So check it out if you're looking to add a superhero game to your lineup. If you are looking to donate your money towards a great cause, we have those. We have a number of philanthropies we're in support of at any time. This game in particular plays in support of Feeding America. You can donate at any time, boost up our game with some extra incentives. I'll talk about the other charities that we support once I talk about our calendar here. And if you're looking for a podcast to listen to, check out the podcast Monster Crush. It's a podcast to do with my friend LD. We talk about cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth and how smoochable they are. It is a bi-weekly, bisexual, panteratophilic podcast of monster love and celebration. We are on a bit of a hiatus right now, but we'll be back for Monster Mommy's Day, which is Mother's Day, with our new episode. But in the meantime, check out our wonderful backlog of monstrous selections. If you are going to see us in the future, which you should, check out our calendar accessible on our Discord. So as mentioned, tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time is the next episode of Veasan's Salt on Her Pillow, the miniseries Veasan. It is also Mod and co-host of Monster Crush, LD's birthday. So happy birthday to LD. Wednesday's tax day, get your taxes done. Friday, we have our next movie night, which in celebration of LD's birthday, I let her pick what the movie is. Movie nights are free. They're on our Discord. I get to be around, be a part of it. We're watching Strictly Ballroom, the 1992 Baz Luhrmann film, which we've watched the Romeo plus Juliet. We watched Moulin Rouge. We've been doing kind of a Baz Luhrmann kick unintentionally, but it's a good movie all the same. On Saturday, next Saturday, the 18th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, is the Indigo Nexus, the Invisible Sun campaign. Mare is running. Great game, great cast for that. 3 p.m. Pacific time, Horizons Call will be back. And then we'll have a pre-recorded episode on the 25th. Then we'll take the 2nd off. Gate Night, where Shadow LD and I play Baldur's Gate 3, the only video game currently streamed here on Sword and Key, due to change in the future. But currently is on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, and that next episode will be on the 21st. So more stuff is coming down the line. We're ramping up for Pride Month right now. So if you have a game that you'd like to run, feel free to join our Discord and reach out about that. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for us this week. So we are going to be rating tonight Nerds with Dice. So go over there, spread some positivity, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, take care of yourself, take care of others. And until we see you next time, hope is sooner rather than later. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariners.